Have you ever been to Salem, Massachusetts? Not the gift shops, not the witch museums with plastic cauldrons and tourist photo ops. The real Salem. The part they don't put on postcards. Gallows Hill. It's just a hill. Grass, trees, rocks. Nothing special to look at. But the air is different there. Heavier, colder. Even in July, you feel it in your bones. Like something happened here that the land itself refuses to forget. In 1692, something did happen here. Something that still doesn't make sense 300 years later. 20 people were executed for witchcraft. 19 hanged on Gallows Hill. One man pressed to death with stones because he refused to enter a plea. His name was Giles Corey. They laid him in a field, put a wooden board over his body, and stacked rocks on top of him, one by one, for 2 days. Every time they asked him to plead guilty or innocent, he said only 2 words: more weight. He died with those words on his lips. His ghost is still seen in the cemetery where they buried him, or didn't bury him. No one knows where his body is. The hangings started in June. Bridget Bishop was first. She owned a tavern. She wore red. She spoke her mind. That was enough to get you killed in Salem in 1692. After her came Sarah Good, Rebecca Nurse, John Proctor, Elizabeth Howe, Susanna Martin, on and on, men and women, young and old. A 4-year-old child was accused. Her name was Dorcas Good. She spent 9 months in chains in a cell so small she couldn't stand up. She went insane. She never recovered. What happened in Salem wasn't witches. It was fear. A group of young girls in the village started having fits, screaming, barking like dogs, twisting their bodies into impossible shapes. The doctors couldn't explain it, so they called it witchcraft. Once that word was spoken, there was no taking it back. The girls pointed fingers. The accusations spread. Neighbor turned against neighbor. Family against family. If someone wanted your land, they accused you. If someone owed you money, they accused you. If someone just didn't like the way you looked at church, they accused you. By the time it was over 200 people had been arrested. 20 were dead. And the girls who started it all just went back to their lives like nothing happened. But nothing was the same. The town broke itself, and the dead didn't leave. People who live near Gallows Hill today report strange things. Shadows that move against the light. Cold spots in rooms that have no drafts. A feeling of being watched from the trees. Some say they've seen figures standing on the hill at dawn. Women in old dresses. Men with ropes around their necks. They don't move. They don't speak. They just stand there facing the town that killed them. Then the sun rises fully, and they're gone. The Salem Witch Trials Memorial is downtown, a quiet stone courtyard with benches. Each bench has a name carved into it: the accused, the executed. People leave flowers, notes, small tokens, but the real memorial isn't there. It's Gallows Hill itself. No marker, no plaque. For centuries, nobody even knew exactly where the hangings happened. The town didn't want to remember, but you can't bury something like that. It rises. In 2016, researchers finally confirmed the location of the executions. They found the exact spot on Gallows Hill where the trees thin out and the ground is flat. You can stand there now. You can put your feet where the gallows stood. And if you're quiet, if you listen, some say you can still hear something. Wind through the branches that sounds almost like voices, almost like names, almost like someone saying, "I am innocent," over and over for 300 years. There's a woman who works at the memorial. She's been there for decades. She said every October when the anniversary comes, the energy changes. Visitors cry for no reason. Cameras stop working. Children ask who the lady in the old dress is standing by the wall. There is no lady in an old dress. You can't live in Salem and not believe in something, she said. Too many people have seen too much. These weren't witches. They were people, mothers, fathers, farmers, shopkeepers, and they died screaming while their neighbors watched. That kind of pain doesn't just disappear. Gallows Hill is still there. You can visit. You can stand at the top and look out over Salem. The view is beautiful. The ocean in the distance, the old houses, the church steeples. It looks peaceful, but stay until dusk, when the tourists leave, when the streets empty, when the wind picks up and the temperature drops and you suddenly feel very, very alone. That's when you'll understand. 20 innocent people died on that hill. Their bodies were thrown into shallow graves. Their names were dragged through the mud. Their families were destroyed. And no one ever apologized. No one ever made it right. Some say they're still waiting.